short gain.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Got it, looking for the first down. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On the move to his left. Trying to escape and get it himself. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
And I expect them after that incompletion to go for it here on fourth down again. I know they're in their own end of the field right now, but we talked to the coaching staff coming into this one. They said
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense, got him at the 27.
If your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Finds his man, it's Williams. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. The play action fake. Makes the catch, it's Bernard. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to break the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. It's caught. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown Tide!
And that is the perfect way to cap off this drive. This thing started way back on their 2-yard line, and they methodically marched it down the field. You saw a little bit of everything on this drive, so at the very end, you pay it off. Really nice job running down in the red zone for the score.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. From the gun, give on the inside. At the 45 on his way. He's loose. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Fires to the big fella.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Final play of the quarter coming. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. They'll go to the counter. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your...
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They try to pop a run on the draw. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here's the handoff. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw on third. He's got it and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Give to the big fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
No monkey business. First down, come downhill, run the fullback. He gets in the end zone. Let's not make any bones about this. Be physical, run that thing, block those guys up front. Nice job by this offense taking care of business in the red zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for you.
would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the UConn Huskies taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Huskies offense will have the first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So, no doubt.
Turning it on. Oh, he got loose. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here's the pressure. Got a man. It's Edwards. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UConn!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line, a group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
And I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an...
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to.
Right. Got it out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. He's got him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They'll line up for a second down play. Sends it back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hands up and punch and not miss, because if you do, then that's what happens right there.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on fourth. Still looking on the move. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The quick out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Quarterback on the keeper. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. UConn will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. He rifles one deep down the middle. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Really nice play getting that first down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next first-round pick at the wide receiver position from them.
They move to the 16. It's first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. UConn going back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Creates a little room. There he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
Looking to pass. It's Fagnano. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense cashing it in on that drive. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense needs to put together a scoring drive to keep up, trailing 14-6. Finds his man. It's Miller. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. He rifles one deep to the left. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking for a man, it's Simpson. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on second down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Williams. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The UConn offense goes back to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Finds a spot in the middle. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Huskies. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try.
Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. UConn going back to work on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. On the ground, it's Edwards. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls and fires complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
Looking to throw, it's Fagnano. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter. Defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to...